went through his shit in his darkest rooms and shit. I was around that shit. That's just crazy.
So like, yeah, like, so even being like, let's talk about that, like being the guy that's always in the cut, you always in, you know, certain rooms, certain groups.
Yeah.
You feel me? You see different shit that go on with different artists. Like, talk about like being that guy in Detroit and also being that guy in Atlanta.
Man, God is good. That's one thing I say about my brother Zaytoven. Like he's a different type of dude. You know what I mean? I call him Baby Jesus. You know what I mean? He married. He don't cuss. He don't drink. He don't smoke. And he the coolest motherfucker you would ever want to know in your life because he's cool. He's sauce drip everything. You know what I mean? But he ain't bit the apple is what I always tell him. You know what I mean? But I'm saying that to say that he didn't bring me in to his situation and say, let me give you this Al, let me give you this Al. Instead, he said, let me see what you worth, what you valuable of, what can you do? How can we make some money together? You know what I mean? And also, he provided the platform. He opened up the doors for relationships, for information, you know what I mean, for various different things like that. So he didn't come in the gate showering me with money and all this type of shit. I didn't even make no fucking money for real in Atlanta until maybe these past 3.5, 4 years. You know what I mean? Where nigga can see some money where you're like, oh, okay, cool, this shit ain't, you know what I mean? Nigga ain't gotta come back to the D tomorrow, next week. Like, but for real, maybe 5 years or so. But yeah, man, he provided the platform. So with that being said, I seen the careers of Migos birthed. I was right there when Zaytoven seen them on the YouTube and was like, yo, who is these little niggas, you know what I mean, with my beat, bro? And he nigga, why these niggas got on tight ass shirts? These niggas, and I'm like, man, this shit's stupid tight. I don't know what the fuck is that. We laughing. But then we end up meeting these niggas and like, these niggas got sauce, bro. These niggas is kind of hard, you know what I mean? And seeing how that relationship built, you know what I mean? Seeing how that manifested into something. Being right there when they did Versace video and I'm right there at the crib too. I'm like, damn, this shit crazy. This shit is crazy, bro. Oh shit, you know what I mean? And because I was just talking to these little young niggas, telling these little niggas like, yeah, nigga, you know, y'all gotta do this, bro. Stay 100, stay this. And this nigga, by then I'm the OG, I done seen a lot. So everybody in Atlanta know me as the OG. You know what I mean? Every nigga in Atlanta know me like that. It's nothing but love and respect to them back. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm telling these niggas, giving these niggas game, and a year or two later, these niggas up. Like, damn, sweet. You know what I mean? Seen that with Fresh. You know what I mean? Seen that with Bankroll Fresh. He was grinding. I mean, really, Dan, they're like, man, bro, Future. Literally, seeing Future. Like, okay, this little nigga right here, okay, he in the corner, he going hard. You know what I mean? He going hard. I was there. I wasn't there when Future started rapping, but when he was like, just, who is Future? Like, right, Racks on Racks came out, that's when I went to Atlanta. And that was when everybody knew about Future. So I'm standing right there like, okay, this nigga, oh buddy. You know what I mean? And now look at him, he Future. All these niggas know me. What up, Newt? You know what I mean? And that's a blessing. That's what God showed me. It's crazy. Like, how the fuck, going through everything I done went through in Detroit, you can name them from Jermaine Dupri, Sean Garrett, Gucci Man, Future, Migos, all can look at my face right now, anywhere part of the world, say, what's up, Newt? What the hell you doing here? Like how me and you talking. Like how I communicate with my people in Detroit. And I don't know what the fuck that's gonna get me. You know what I mean? But just knowing that and seeing and where I came from, I look at life right now like this is just extras. Cause shit, you know what I mean? Nigga wrote me off years ago. This is just extras. So, but having those relationships like that and seeing these folks, it's like, dang, that's cool.
Right. And people don't even know, like, you were actually one of the first people in Detroit to make, like, being a rapper, like, celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like, you brought that back.
Definitely, man. Definitely, man. A lot of people don't realize that neither. It's like, You know, I don't know. I guess when a nigga gone years later or whatever the fuck, they'll say that. I remember when Lil Nuke was, but dude, yes, I was. It was a time and point where Detroit didn't have no music shit going. You know what I mean? Detroit didn't have a musical circuit. It wasn't any of that. It was no Detroit artists getting played on the radio. There was no YouTube. There was no Instagrams. There was none of that. So it was strictly what you had to beat yourself on the street. Whatever you could do in the street to influence the street. You see what I'm saying? And during that time, it was Trick Trick, Bombshell, she just came, and Al Nuke, who had just got out of jail on a attempt murder case, and he's fighting, fighting that shit, and he's performing every night. Who the fuck is him? He's performing. So when we all go up there on stage, everybody would do their thing. I looked at it from a musical standpoint. I would jump on the stage and say, at a big platform, all my ladies scream. Ladies scream. Well, fuck it, I'm jumping in a crowd now. I'm sweating, I'm putting water on my face. The bitches is grabbing me. Yo, this nigga. And one thing I realized about celebrity and becoming a celebrity and how I could still sustain, and I know this shit like the back of my head, all you gotta do is perception. Once one girl scream and say, ah, the other one don't even know what she's screaming about it, but it's, ah, too. Before you know it, you got the whole motherfucking crowd. But you gotta be confident enough to say this, I am who I am. You know what I mean? This is me. So I was the first person to jump out on that stage and say, all my ladies scream. Tear my motherfucking shirt off. You know what I mean? Bezel will tell you, me and Bezel talk about it, Tone, a lot of different people, artists from that era, they know, you know what I mean? They seen it, and I would take my shirt off, all the ladies scream. I would come with the posters, signing, my autographs. Niggas wasn't doing that shit. You know what I mean? And that's what made artists become like, okay, yo, artists is moving now. Of course, if you got Trick Trick, he on fucking stage doing a whole nigga dance routine, killing shit, murdering shit. You know what I mean? And out on the streets beating the shit out of niggas. And got the song low key getting played. You know what I mean? They playing that shit because it was dancing, and you know what I mean? They was playing a lot of dance music then. You know, so it was moving. But before us, it was like Eshon. But when nobody really like the street niggas wasn't down there like Eshon had down there came and gone. That's my bro. But he wasn't moving like that. And you know, Smiley, DMW, them motherfuckers was 10 years. It was a 10-year hiatus. At least 7 to 10 years. I don't quote me for the numbers. But it was dry than a motherfucker. You know what I mean? 1996, 97, there was no artist. 96, 95, there was no popping Detroit artist. Don't never let them tell you anything different. There was no popping Detroit artist 95, 96, 97. It was Al Nuke, Bombshell, Play School, Trick Trick, Goon Squad. That was it. They formatted a whole new plan. A whole new plan to make Detroit artists become celebrities. They formulated a whole new plan. And Al Nuke was one of the main motherfuckers when it came to that. You know what I mean? Because I interacted with the fans. I interacted with the people.
Right. So honestly, let's talk about that transition. Like the same transition, honestly, that you seen Trick Trick make from Detroit artists to Detroit mogul. You know, let's talk about like being one of the main key factors in the evolution of Detroit music, entertainment, so to speak. Like, what was some of the key roles? Like, what do you see? Some of the barriers that you guys had to break then to make it more universal how it is today.
I mean, man, all of them, you name it. Cause back then, bro, we had a lot of obstacles. You know what I mean? We had so many obstacles. Now, Detroit, just think about radio. Radio can't. I've been listening to what Detroit playing in the clubs and in the radio right now. It's all Detroit music. Motherfucker, that was all we was screaming for 20 goddamn years. But now it's cool. Now it's sweep under the rug. I was at a point, my nigga, when I sat at a table with nothing but all artists when Eminem first got on. And Eminem first got on with Dre, came back, screamed at the whole motherfucking radio station and everybody there. Everybody there. And you could hear a pin drop in the fucking place. Eminem saying, fuck y'all, man. Y'all were never playing Detroit music, now y'all on my dick. He was right. He was right what he was saying. You know what I mean? But he said what he said. You can hear a pin dropping that bitch. I was on the panel. The only rapper nigga that said, the only nigga, bro, that would grab the microphone and say, hey, Eminem, but is you still gonna rock it for Detroit? You still gonna look out for Detroit? You can hear a pin dropping the bitch. You know what I mean? M looked at me like, what the fuck did you just say? How dare you, nigga, even say something? You know what I mean? And Proof had to say, Nuke, you gotta relax, you know, shit real. You gotta wait, you know, for us. And he said some political shit that, you know, my friend would say. I wasn't even tripping. But I had the balls to say it. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Right, so like do you feel like you kind of you kind of been that bridge, currently been that bridge for between Detroit, the artists in Detroit and the industry, you feel me, the national artists in the industry, so to speak?
You know what? I just think I've been a vessel. I ain't gonna say I was the only bridge, but I'm just hoping that people understand that I am a vessel. I am part of it. You know what I mean? I remember you could go back in the interview that I stated on one of these guys. No, I can't say one of my guys. For sure, my guy on his interview, I stated that in a minute you're gonna see Detroit starting to work with other artists, and Detroit gonna start moving and gravitating. This was 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago. You know what I mean? I said that on the joint, and during that time, I was in Atlanta. Every nigga that was trying to make a move in Atlanta was calling me. That was from Detroit. Hey man, what you doing out here? Hey bro, this is what we need to do. This how I connect. This how you name any nigga down the line. You know what I mean? Any nigga down the line. I name them. Rocaine, Vezo, Peasy, fucking Payroll. I just got off the phone with Payroll the other day. Pay, yo, he needed a Zay beat. You know what I mean? Yo, I want to buy a Zay beat. Yo, call him back. Pay, listen, we ain't even doing that. What we about to do is send you a pack. Zay about to work with you, bro. Like, Zay, let's put some songs together. Pay, you know what I mean? Any nigga that's popping right now in the D, that's one of the reasons I'm here too. Any nigga that's popping right now in the D, I got a couple 100,000, 300,000 followers that's moving, it's an open line to work with, Zay told me. I ain't even told people that. You the first nigga to know it, but it's an open line. Open season. You know what I mean? Let's work, let's build. So I got to be one of the vessels, right?
Gotta be.
Okay.
Got to be.
Cash Doll, you name it. All of it.